Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're exploring an absolutely terrifying, dramatic turning point in Earth's history. We're talking about the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs forever and, well, basically paved the way for the world as we know it. Let's just dive right in.
So what if I told you that on one completely ordinary day, Earth looked, totally normal, and then just a few hours later, life on our entire planet changed forever? Just imagine waking up to a perfectly standard Tuesday. The weather is fine, animals are grazing, the whole ecosystem is humming along exactly like it has for millions of years. And then, in the span of just a few hours, the sky literally catches fire and the planet is plunged into an apocalyptic nightmare. I mean, it sounds straight out of science fiction, right? But this is exactly what happened to our planet.
Part 1. The day everything changed.
To really wrap our heads around the magnitude of this disaster, we kind of have to look at what was lost. For over 160 million years, dinosaurs absolutely ruled the Earth. I mean, that is an unfathomably long time. Humans have been around for just a tiny fraction of a fraction of that. And during their immense reign, honestly, nothing could stop them. They weren't these fragile creatures. They survived massive earthquakes, violent volcanic eruptions, even dramatic climate changes. It really seemed like they were going to hold dominance over the planet forever. But then, around 66 million years ago, something arrived.
The sheer incomprehensible scale of what showed up is just staggering. We're talking about a giant asteroid estimated to be about 10 kilometers or 6 miles wide just slamming into the Earth. To actually visualize that, picture a rock the size of Mount Everest literally falling from the sky at tens of thousands of miles per hour. This massive cosmic wrecking ball struck our planet right near what is now Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula.
And the impact? It was completely beyond imagination. It struck with an energy far greater than all of the world's nuclear weapons combined. Just try to wrap your head around that level of destructive force for a second. The explosion upon impact was so incredibly violent that it gouged out this massive scar in the Earth's crust, creating what we now call the Chicxulub.
The sequence of events that unfolded within literal seconds is staggering. Powerful shockwaves instantly spread across the entire planet. We're talking about earthquakes that shook whole continents right down to their core. Out in the oceans, the massive displacement of water sent huge, towering tsunamis racing across the globe, absolutely devastating coastlines thousands of miles away. And, perhaps most critically for the long-term survival of everything else, the sheer kinetic violence of the strike blasted millions of tons of pulverized rock, debris, and dust high up into the upper atmosphere.
Part 2. A world in darkness.
Now, as absolutely catastrophic as that initial blast was, it was really only the beginning. All of that pulverized rock and dust that got blasted into the atmosphere, well, it didn't just come right back down. The sky completely filled with thick, choking dust and ash. Sunlight was blocked out for weeks, maybe even months. The entire planet was plunged into this freezing, suffocating...
And when you basically turn off the sun, the global food chain immediately collapses. First, plants couldn't grow anymore, so they died off in massive numbers. And without the plants, the enormous plant-eating dinosaurs quickly starved. Finally, with the plant eaters gone, the giant apex predators met the exact same fate. It was just a terrifying, totally unavoidable domino effect.
When the dust literally settled, the toll was catastrophic. Scientists estimate that about 75% of all species on Earth disappeared entirely during this mass extinction. Let that sink in. 3/4 of all life just wiped from the board. The 160 million year age of the dinosaurs had come to a very definitive end.
Part 3. The Dinosaurs Among Us.
But history always has a few surprises up its sleeve, doesn't it? Here's the truly incredible part. Not every single dinosaur vanished. We tend to think of them as entirely extinct, right? Like creatures you only ever see as skeletons in museums. But scientists widely accept that modern birds are actually the direct living descendants of a specific group of dinosaurs that somehow managed to survive the fallout. So that pigeon you saw on the street today, the eagle soaring in the sky, even the chickens on a farm, in a very real biological way, dinosaurs are technically still with us today. They just, look a little different.
Part 4. Solving the Great Mystery.
Now, you might be wondering, how do we actually know all of this with such certainty? I mean, for many years, scientists fiercely debated what actually caused this mass extinction. It wasn't until the late 20th century that the evidence became, well, undeniable. First off, researchers discovered a worldwide layer of this rare element called iridium, embedded right in the geological record at the 66 million year mark. Now, iridium is really rare on Earth, but it's super common in asteroids. Second, they found shocked quartz, which is this specific deformation of rock that's literally only created by enormous high-pressure impacts. And finally, the ultimate smoking gun. They actually located the buried Chicxulub crater itself deep beneath the Yucatan Peninsula. Together, these three pieces of hard evidence completely blew the case wide open and transformed our understanding of Earth's history.
Part 5. Protecting our planet.
So what do we do with all this incredible knowledge? Well, we use it to make sure we don't share the same fate as a T-Rex. Today, scientists are constantly looking up. They're carefully tracking thousands of near-Earth asteroids using incredibly powerful telescopes and advanced space missions. The goal is pretty straightforward. Detect dangerous objects early enough to protect our planet if one is ever found on a collision course. But man, it really puts our own existence into perspective, doesn't it? The story of the dinosaurs isn't just about extinction. It's a story about survival, profound change, and the incredibly fragile balance of life. Think about it. If that asteroid had missed our planet by just a few hours, dinosaurs would likely still rule. The world we know today might never have existed. The environmental niche for mammals simply wouldn't have opened up in the same way, meaning humans may never have appeared at all. Our very existence literally relied on this exact cosmic collision.
It's a hugely humbling thought, isn't it? Sometimes one single moment, literally one rock hurtling through the void of space, can completely change the future of an entire planet forever. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. If you enjoy educational deep dives, science, history, and these incredible true stories that totally shift your perspective, make sure to subscribe for more untold stories that change the world forever. Catch you next time.